for committing flagrant misdeeds, like deliberately setting off cage match gladiator fights between prisoners for their own amusement. Typically, the violence was limited to fights among inmates. This day would be a major exception. It all started around 2:50 p.m. when three guards were escorting inmates Mark Isaac Snar and Edgar Baltazar Garcia back to their cells from recreational cages in the Segregated Housing Unit, or SHU. The escort itself was a violation of protocol, as both inmates were supposed to be accompanied by three guards apiece due to their long history of violence behind bars.
Damn.
But when Snar told the guards that he had to use the bathroom, they decided to move both inmates at once with half the required staff. During the walk back, Snar and Garcia slipped their handcuffs almost in unison, using contraband lockpicks, and pulled out two sharp metal shanks. Corrections Officer Dwight Baloney believed Snar was about to attack Garcia and...
Hold on, that's it. I'm just setting the tone for you. That clip has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm about to talk about, though. I just want to set the tone, you know what I mean? The vibe. Look, man, I'm going to keep it real with you, man. I met a couple white dudes. They claim Aryan, but they didn't claim Aryan Brotherhood. I don't know if they got that here. But I'm talking about when I was a teenager, 17, messing with the punk rock community. I've met some skinheads, man. Some dudes that was legit idolizing Hitler tattoos. And one thing that I've always learned about these dudes, man, is they really aren't racist. It's just more like a brotherhood that they want to be a part of. Because the punk rock community, they don't like the skinheads, you know what I'm saying? But the skinheads listen to the same kind of music, so they're outcasts in that community. You know what I mean? So it's a tension. They fight. Each group will fight each other when they see each other. So I've got experience, man, just by hanging out with those dudes. I've got experience with white supremacists and stuff like that. But like I said, man, we were young back then. I was 17, and I'm sure the skinheads that I was encountering were probably equally young, so they're probably different today. But from what I recognize, man, these dudes weren't really racist. Some of them probably are racist, but I don't think the majority of them are racist. I think a lot of those dudes, they just like that brotherhood aspect, because really each gang has a racial identity where they put other races down pretty much and make their race seem like it's number one. So that's a common thing, man, that you find in everything, man. But when I want to speak on is just the white dudes in prison, man. You understand? From what I hear, the white dudes get down. They're the smallest minority, but they are responsible for the most violence. You understand what I'm saying? So don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever think that the white guys are soft, because they're definitely not. They know that they're small in numbers, so they're going to set it off. They're going to be violent for no reason, extra violent. They're going to scare everybody, not to mess with them. You know what I mean? And they don't play games with those what they call the people whose name rhymes with Lomo. I can't say that because YouTube. I don't know if that's an offensive word or not, but the Lomos, the word that rhymes with that, they really get down on them. By statistics, they probably get rid of the most, so don't ever think the white dudes are soft. The soldiers of Aryan culture, I heard they was brutal. I heard they were like homicidal. I heard they were genocidal because one thing about the white dudes, I hear that they do their own pretty dirty too, but everybody does that.
Like the Roan murder, Kramer and...
Damn. Hold on for 1 second, man. I want to hit y'all with one more clip, man. I got to show some...
And Fackrell were able to get away with prison rule violations that, had they been detected, could have prevented the violence from taking place. In this case, they snuck into a part of the prison, Area DA, that they weren't supposed to be allowed in. That's where Johns, Shelton, and more than a dozen other inmates lived. On the morning he was murdered, Johns was cooking up a batch of Pruno in a cell.
Damn.
At 9 a.m., Kramer and Fackrell approached him in DA cell 224. There, they pulled out two shanks, known as bone crushers, that had been cut from the same piece of metal, and went to work on Johns, stabbing him more than 70 times. And
like I said, man, these dudes don't play no games, so do not go to prison, because if you do, and you're white, you might have to get down with some straight animals. Peace.